Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, and the finish! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Keeper sends it forward. Needed a better pass there.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
He's gone for it! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Oh, he's in! Shoots! Still goalless. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Forward it goes. Big chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That was great pressure to force the initial error, Peter. It's the perfect example as to why this is a favourite tactic of a lot of teams these days.
It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Hoists it forward. Ball's out on the left now. He's through. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Over to the left. Defence has got rid of that. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. Here we go again then.
Well, that first 45 minutes didn't deliver as we'd hoped. Lots of effort, but a lack of quality with the finishing has left us hoping that someone can step up and produce something a little more magical.
Steered forward. Ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. towards the hour mark and still no goals. Muller. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Plays it out to the flank. Gets away from his opponents. He's got the ball, he's got the space. Real chance! He's scored! The breakthrough strike! It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked the scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
A 1-0 lead established.
The perfect display, and the old saying comes to mind: when the going gets tough, etc.
And he's cut it out. It's gone a long way up and away. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. So we have a double substitution going on here. Well read, he sorted that out.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver. Another really good show of character. I love the spirit and togetherness they muster. Never know when they're beaten.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner.
Plays it out to the wing. Done very well to intervene.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
He's made sure that that won't get through. And he has been fouled there. So that's it. It is all over. A game chock full of moments and talking points. It could have gone either way, but chose in the end to share its spoils. It ends in a highly entertaining draw. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happy. At the final reckoning, it's honours even, and no complaints.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, hello and good evening to all of you. Unfortunately, it appears that the weather hasn't quite read the script here. There has been a dreadful downpour from well before the moment the turnstiles opened, and there is considerable concern on the faces of the officials. We think it's going to be okay. Clearly, the pitch will be slippery. It'll be a challenge for those who have to officiate, never mind those who have to play. They know they are not going to be in for an easy game. But the crowd is all in, and the match, I'm delighted to be able to say, will go ahead. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. And as you can see, we've already started here. Luisao, there's the through ball. Ronaldo! They've scored!
It's hardly a surprise, is it? That's what we're here for, a player with this wonderful knack of being able to show up and deliver at important times. Yet another example. Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning breakaway.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Plays it long. It's a promising ball. Has a goal! Sticks it away!
And it's another really good show of character. I love the spirit and togetherness they muster. Never know when they're beaten.
What about that, Jim Beglin?
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Cuts it out. Referee's given a throw. Peters. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Peter, his body shape was a giveaway before he made the pass, and its obviousness was appreciated.
Over to the left. Looks to clip it forward. And out to safety. Forward it goes. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Gets wrestled off the ball. He's through, it's one-on-one, shoots! And another time! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. Well, I think we're all recovering from those last frantic moments which so nearly changed the whole outcome. To review the first half.
That was a fantastic 45 minutes of football. I'm really hopeful of more of the same in this second half.
It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's one each. There's the whistle then to start the second half. Luisao. Milson. It's good progress he's made on the ball. Where to next? he's cut it out. Nielsen. Roberto Carlos. Nielsen. Has he found his man? Too much on it and out of play. Now surely, he's gone for it! Oh, just over.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
And it's played forward. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Tries to get it forward quickly. Hoists it forward.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Danger averted for now. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. So not long left in this now. So after 3 defeats in a row, just a few moments... Tries a shot! And the ball's come out! Good clearance and very necessary. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Well, he's worked
Massively! Just to it! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Is that. Well, somehow they turned it round. Every ounce of energy, emotional, physical, mental, is spent. That is some win. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction.
So, perfect blue skies, almost no wind, beautiful sunshine. These are indeed conditions for the beautiful game. The backdrop here, picturesque, idyllic. No doubt one of the best days of the footballing calendar, and it has added to a really jovial, happy mood in the stands, helping to raise the level of sound by more than a few decibels. Shirt sleeve order, very much the dress code. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. We have already started here. Hoists it forward, and very well to intervene. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Real chance! No question, that's a foul. He'll have a go.
I can give the keeper a little sympathy here because I think he might have been slightly unsighted. However, credit where it's due, it's still a fine finish from a tight spot.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Muller. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Gets into a dangerous position. Forward it goes. And it's played forward. Oh, he's broken through. Big chance!
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And the shot! Just off target.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Tony Kroos. Jerome Boateng. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. Mesut Ozil loses his balance and loses the ball. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. More than happy to take the muscular approach. And here's the chance to counter.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
And he's going long. Goalkeeper's ball. And there's the end of the first half. So there you have it, a close sport half of football, but it still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, you obviously have to give credit to the front men for the half-time lead, but I think the midfield can really pat themselves on the back too. They worked tirelessly for me.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And the second half gets underway.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
A really good feat. Kadira. Has a pop! Oh, dismissed it.
The defence did very well to be able to close him down in numbers like that. They basically suffocated his hopes.
Still just a single goal between the sides. Has a pop! Oh, what a wonderful stop!
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
And he's there to clear it. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. He needs to get it forward quickly. Gets it back. Forward it goes. Battles to win it back. Tries to get it forward quickly. Just brushed off the ball there. Tries lifting it over. Kadira. Toni Kroos. Mertesacker. Schweinsteiger. Well, that's where he wants it. It's on a plate. Goes for goal! Oh, and that should have been two.
Well, he's definitely kept the side in the game then. That's really good positioning. They could have doubled their lead there.
He's played him through. Good take, and he's had a look. Goes to finish! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Checks on the touchline, a change about to occur. So we have a double substitution going on here. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Almost there. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Terrific contest. It really might have tipped either way. The margins were tiny, just a goal in it, but that was enough. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, a result which owed much to grind and graft, Peter. Not the prettiest of wins, but a very professional performance, I would say, and a clean sheet.
Good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full, There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere of great expectation and excitement. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. He's gone for it! Oh, nearly. Was a given. It always was.
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. It's a promising run he's making on the right. Keeps everyone guessing. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. Well positioned to make that interception. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. He's played him through. What a play for a goal kick. Done very well to intervene. Tony. Was a matter of inches.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
Dinks one in. That's beautifully... Shoots! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Cannavaro. Brown. Tries to get it forward quickly. He's pinged one through here. And there's the end of the first half. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, you obviously have to give credit to the front men for the half-time lead, but I think the midfield can really pat themselves on the back too. They worked tirelessly for me.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And the action is back on the way.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, at 1-0, this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
A heavy challenge. And now they can launch a counter. Tries to dink it in. Could move up a gear here. He's through the middle. And play for a throw. So here comes a substitution. He's in, surely, he's had a go! Yes! And they are pulling clear here. Well, that always looked the likely outcome.
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the pass to pick him out.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. And it's played forward. Hoists it high. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Big chance! It goes to show he is human after all.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
Tries lifting it over. Goes for goal! It's there! There was to be only one outcome.
Yeah, that's brilliant from him. Such a calm finish. Just pick your spot, don't think about what the keeper's going to do, concentrate on what you have to do.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Forward it goes. And it's got through. Lovely feet. Battles to win it back. Looking to hit the front line. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Just brushed off the ball there. And time is up, and there goes the whistle. So they have their win, they had all the answers to whatever the opposition threw at them, and the results followed inevitably. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Yeah, they had a game plan which was about hammering away in central positions, and it paid off. For me, they were persistent and ruthless.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. So, perfect blue skies, almost no wind, beautiful sunshine. These are indeed conditions for the beautiful game. The backdrop here, picturesque, idyllic. No doubt one of the best days of the footballing calendar, and it has added to a really jovial, happy mood in the stands, helping to raise the level of sound by more than a few decibels. Shirt sleeve order, very much the dress code. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. So we're up and running. With a delicate ball. He's Giroud! Volleyed effort.
Yeah, quick thinking and the right choice for me, but that was difficult to get right.
Conte, Griezmann, Pogba, hit long and direct, big chance! He's delivered all right! First blood drawn!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Romario. He's gone for it! Oh, taken with style! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, for me, both sides are strong and well-matched, and I think you need to be a good player to be out there.
Going for goal! Decent enough try.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
And it's played forward. Jorginho. 15 minutes till half-time. Gets it back. Tries to stroke it through. They've won a corner. Some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Giroud. Silva. Jorginho. Jorginho. Lovely bit of skill there. Gets wrestled off the ball. There is the half-time whistle. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the team's level. Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it, and it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1. Second period then underway. A buccaneering run from the defender. And the shot! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, as Tesco, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Titi, Pavard, Tolisso, Griezmann, Giroud, just brushed off the ball there. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Silva tries to get it forward quickly. Tried to play it through.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Griezmann. He's picked him out. Shapes to shoot!
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
Jorginho. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Driving on now, what can they conjure from here?
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Silva. Good challenge, he just stood firm.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
He's made sure that that won't get through. No complaints about that challenge. Robust, but fair. Griezmann. Giroud. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And that's that. So it's ended in a draw, draft and graft and everything apart from a winning goal that never came. An intriguing contest and a result which at least partly satisfies all. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might
So, perfect blue skies, almost no wind, beautiful sunshine. These are indeed conditions for the beautiful game. The backdrop here, picturesque, idyllic. No doubt one of the best days of the footballing calendar, and it has added to a really jovial, happy mood in the stands, helping to raise the level of sound by more than a few decibels. Shirt sleeve order, very much the dress code. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. And as you can see, we've already started here. That's a promising ball. Tries a shot! He's delivered all right!
Right from the first whistle, they played with an energy that makes them good value for that early goal.
And as soon as they made that error in midfield, they didn't have time to react before the ball hit the net. Very much a lesson learned.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Gomez. And it's played forward. Gets into a dangerous position. Di Maria gets it back. Has he picked him out? Breaks on here. He's got away. Chance! Oh, how's that for a goal? About as smooth as it gets. All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight.
Oh, it's lovely to see the art of disguise alive and well, but the keeper straight into no man's land.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Looks to dink one in. And the counter is on. He's got options out wide. He gets past his man. Oh, shooting chance! Goes for goal!
Well, I suppose it wasn't the worst attempt if you consider how far out he was.
Help's available out wide. He's left his man. Has a hit! Looking to break out here. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Looks to clip it forward. He's gone for it! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Almiron hoists it forward. Has he found his man? There's the end of the first half. Some first half thoughts?
Oh, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A two-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. The start of another 45 minutes. No changes at the interval from either side. Cuts it out. Forward it goes. Gomez. Plays it out to the wing. Gets into some space. Tries to get it forward quickly. It's a very good battle there. Terrific to watch. And the weighted pass. And he just whacks it away. Forward it goes. And here's the chance to counter. Gomez. Martinez!
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frightened of people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
So we have a double substitution going on here. It's a good throw at all, really. He's given away possession cheaply. He's through. Not offside that time. Time for a change in personnel. He got amongst the goals here, and now he takes his leave.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
Keeper sends it forward. Looking for goal! It's a goal! Back to within one! Interesting! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. This is threatening to become a really good game.
I think they've done so well to get back in it, but it's important now that they don't become over-eager in chasing another. They only need one more chance. Patience is key.
Almost there, and the players can feel it. Is there any support? He might not need it. Aimed in towards the centre. And it's played forward. And that will be the final act. Whatever the shortcomings on either side, it was a great game to watch, just one between them. Your final thoughts, Jim?
I think it's all about setting the right tone at the start of a match, and if you can back that up with an early goal, it just energises everybody, the whole performance, and I think they were certainly more fluid as a result.
Good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere of great expectation and excitement. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. We have already started here. It's one! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. Forward it goes. Plays it out to the flank. Played out to the right. He's got options out wide. Has a pop! He's scored! Deflection may or may not have made a difference. Little matter, it is his. So we have our breakthrough.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
And the shot! He scores!
Well, that's something that will make the manager proud, because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller.
Just so calm under pressure.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked the scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Battles to win it back. Pepe. Plays it out to the wing. Well read, he sorted that out. Whistle's gone, that's foul. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. It's on a plate. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. Coaxed through there. Gets away from his opponent. And he's there to cut it out. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Intervention was very necessary. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, it has been an even contest, as the scoreline suggests, and it has been more than decent to watch. We can review the first half.
Yeah, I think they'll be happy with that scoreline. I just hope the second half is as good as the first. It's been pulsating stuff.
Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it. And it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1. And that's the second half started. Pepe. Oh, some tackle that. He's had a goal! He has done it! They've done it! It was coming! They have place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Varela. Timely intervention. Place it over to the other flank. Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Pepe. Tries lifting it over. Oh, well defended, that had to be done. Danger averted for now. Tries to get it forward quickly.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Out to the right. Great strength, too strong for his opponent.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
Gets it back. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, somehow they turned it round. Every ounce of energy, emotional, physical, mental, is spent. That is some win. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Yeah, they had a game plan which was about hammering away in central positions, and it paid off. For me, they were persistent and...
Oh, what a lovely, lovely day. Absolutely glorious weather here as we welcome you to a football match of considerable significance, great consequence in this part of the world. They've been talking about this one for a while and they have rolled up to it in fantastic numbers. You should have seen the roads outside the ground in the hour or two leading up to it. It has been bumper to bumper, the traffic has been extraordinary, but the level of expectation is also very, very high. And these supporters... Shapes to shoot! There's an early warning shot across the bow.
Oh, no, that was a chance. What a chance.
Tries to get it clear. Mateus. Reuter. Tries to get it forward quickly. Loses his balance and loses the ball. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Played into the middle. Zidane. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Gets it upfield. It's a throw in. Try as they might, they just couldn't get into an attacking area. Zidane. Bukayev. The ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Plays it out to the wing. He's got away. It's gone out for a throw-in. Battles to win it back, and now the breakaway. It's a promising ball. And the finish! The captain scores!
Spectacular goal, really was, and delivered by the leader at a crucial stage, which influences the respective half-time moods now. For that team on the receiving end, they shouldn't get too upset. Sometimes you just have to acknowledge brilliance. Looking back at that, that's how you play on the...
That's the whistle for half-time. And there we are, off they go for half-time. They did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal, which is very, very tight.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And we're off again. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Can't get the better of his opposite number, and here's the chance to counter. Here it comes. And the shot! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Great leap! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Reuter. Hoists it forward. He's Henry! Your impression so far, Jim?
Yeah, the ride is still a bit bumpy, Peter, so they're chasing the cushion of a second goal.
Breakthrough came in the final moments of the first period, and it's 1-0. Finds himself eased off the ball. Quick ball forward. Zidane. Talk about singling someone out. Henry! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
And it's played forward. Well positioned to make that interception. That's the throw. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but he couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
The referee's awarded a free kick.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
Deftly done. Tries a shot! And yes, it's there! And there's the goal they've been looking for. That was easy, almost too easy.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, some fans are already on their way out, so that to me says everything, Peter.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Knocks it away. And the referee brings it to a close. Solid, if not especially fancy, always in control, they did enough to win it. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Yeah, they had a game plan which was about hammering away in central positions, and it paid off. For me, they were persistent and ruthless.
And that's it for today. Thank you, Jim, and goodbye. Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. We should be up and away in a few moments with our coverage, what I'm sure will be a fascinating game. There is an added sense of drama provided by the elements, actually. The rain has once more decided to appear at this most inopportune of moments, and it is heavy rain. It does not dampen the atmosphere. The turnout here is good, the noise is very good. It remains colourful, but it could be a problem for the players, because the pitch might very quickly turn heavy. We'll see as it all plays out over the next couple of hours here. Going for goal! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Hoists it forward. Gets the better of his man. Battles to win it back. Triol. Xavi. Shoots! Goal! The breakthrough strike!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. And it's played forward. Just wouldn't be beaten there. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. Well read, he sorted that out. Looks to clip it forward. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. Arbeloa, hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. Plays it out to the wing. And he's there to hoof it away. That's a corner kick. Keeper has beaten it away. Gets it back.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Forward it goes. Played out to the right. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Torres. Gets it, has a pop! He has done it! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. All over in seconds. That's what they can do to you.
That's just brilliant counter-attacking football, and as soon as possession was theirs, it triggered a move of devastating speed that was just too hot to handle.
And we've reached half-time. The first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. And the second half gets underway. Out to the right. He's looked long this time. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Face to face with the keeper, shapes to shoot! Yes! And the lead is extended still further. Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the passer to pick him out.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Tries to get it forward quickly. He gets past his man. And help's available out wide. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Now the counter. Well weighted. Just the goalkeeper to beat. And the shot! Goal! Result no longer in doubt. It's just about how many.
Oh, it's lovely to see the art of disguise alive and well, but the keeper straight into no man's land.
He's made it 3. Quite a day at the office for him.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player. He's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. So off he goes. He was the star turn, and he's being received accordingly.
Listen, by taking him off now, the hat-trick hero gets a lovely ovation from the crowd, and I think the opposition will be just glad to see the back of him.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And a shot! There's going to be another change here. And the finish! He's there to receive it. It's broken loose. Defender's on the back foot. Javi Martinez, deftly done. And that has been cleared. Triol. Arbeloa. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. Xavi. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. And he heaves it forward. And that is that. Demolition, destruction, annihilation. They simply ran away with it. And Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
I think it's all about setting the right tone at the start of a match, and if you can back that up with an early goal, it just energises everybody, the whole performance, and I think they were certainly more fluid as a result of the early goal.
Well, that's the lot for now. Thanks to you, Jim, and goodbye. Hello, good afternoon to one and all. Like you, we are very much ready to go here and looking forward to a game that has been the topic for universal conversation in this part of the world for much of the last few days. It's dry at the moment, but the forecasters have warned us of impending rain. There's no certainty about that, but when it does come, it shouldn't affect the dynamics of a match which has so much riding on it. Certainly this is a very, very impressive... Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And there's an early warning shot across the bow.
Well, that wasn't in the script, and you have to feel for him, Peter. It's ended in some embarrassment.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
Cuts it out. Broken loose. And it's been taken straight back. Tries to get it forward quickly. Forward it goes. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Now the counter. Ferrari. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Gets it into the middle. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Pepe lobs it in gently. And that's been levered clear. Timely intervention. Hoists it forward. And it's played forward. Plays it out to the flank. Pella. It's found its way to him. That has a hit! He has done it! They have pulled themselves right back into it. Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the team's level. It's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. There's the whistle then to start the second half. No reported change to either side during the break. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Could clearance and very necessary. Good challenge, he just stood firm. And it's got through. And he's cut it out. Ferrari. Gets the better of his man. And he's there to cut it out. Pella. It's good progress he's made on the ball. Where to next? Played out to the right. Forward it goes. He's made sure that that won't get through. Hits one! Greatly! Goal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. And no surprise, that's a booking. It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. Just a few more moments for them to hang on. He's got options out wide. Header! Good delivery, no joy.
He simply mistimed the header, and it was as if he knew it wasn't going to work out.
Brings it to a close. What a match, what a comeback. That is how to respond to adversity. Truly deserving winners. After all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
I enjoyed that, Peter. Both teams went about their work in a really committed manner, and for me it just always held an interest.
Well, that's the lot for now. Thanks to you, Jim, and goodbye.